What is going on, guys? CVM here. Welcome to another episode of the LGS. That's right, we are on episode like 70 something or other. Doing this for a long time now, not gonna lie. I'm gonna continue to do it until we get to episode 200, and then I'm gonna stop and quit YouTube, which is something that may or may not happen before then, really. Except it won't, because I made a conscious decision the other day. Why is my car battered, bruised, and fucked up, by the way? Oh, that's what happens when you forget to press record on your face cam when you start recording an LGS and you record for 10 minutes. You destroy your car, look over and go and then you realise you weren't actually recording. So there we go. I am now, though. I've double checked it, triple checked it, and there we go. Anyway, I'm going to start answering some questions. I made a conscious decision rather the other day to make more of an effort on... For fuck me sideways. Make more of an effort... To fuck me sideways? No. To make more of an effort on YouTube. I want my views to go up. I've been concentrating a lot on the streaming aspect of things, and I think this is what basically everyone who does both does. I watch a couple of people who do who stream and who do YouTube, and who were from YouTube first and who are now moving over to the streaming side of things. They all sort of neglect YouTube or think to themselves Twitch is the way forward. And then once they do Twitch for a while, they realise, or they have an urge to go back to YouTube and to drive forward with YouTube a lot more than what they do with Twitch. And then in a few months, it'll be the other way around. YouTube can go suck a dick, and Twitch is the way forward. And I think that's basically the way everyone goes. It's a case of getting bored of the format, and that's pretty much where I am right now. Twitch, it gets on my tits a little bit, I'm not going to lie. Not to say that I don't enjoy doing it, because I still do, otherwise I wouldn't do it, because I don't actually make money from Twitch unless I get a donation or a subscription, which, oh my Christ, which I've had a few issues with over the last few, well, about, I don't know, about last 10 days or so. There's been a few things, you know, flying back and forth, few problems, few this and that, and what have you. And it's, you know, it's something you can't rely on. It's something that I was relying on, something that I don't want to have to rely on. I want to rely on my own. I want to have to not rely on other people donating, basically. So when I stream these days, it's not about the enjoyment or even the view level. It's about whether that notification pops up on screen and someone gives me money, which isn't the way that I should be doing it, because it doesn't make any sense to do. I can't rely on other people to just randomly give me money. I don't necessarily understand the donation concept anyway. Still, I don't understand why people would give you their hard-earned money for, you know, in exchange for content that they would otherwise get for free anyway. I understand that a lot of people like to be generous and they like to show support and things like that. It's just weird to me. It's just very strange how someone would honestly just sit there and go, I'm going to give this guy some money. Like, it blows my mind. I've donated a couple of times, and I don't know what makes you do it. I think what makes me do it is because I know how you know, some people rely on it. So, for instance, if I'm watching someone stream and he's openly said that he's trying to turn it into a career, or has said that it is his full-time job, and he doesn't have a sub button, so he's not earning revenue, and you know full well that the only way he's making money from this is donations, then I'll donate to him, because I feel like, you know, not everyone, I'm not saying I go around and donate to random people. It's like, if I like the guy or the girl that I'm watching, the person, should I say, then yeah, I'll try my best to donate, you know, not a lot, but just some, just to, yeah. So I get it from that point of view, but most of the people who donate to me have never streamed before. They don't know the feeling of getting a donation. They don't know this, they don't know that, so I don't really understand why they do it. I'm grateful and I love it, but it's a weird one. So I've decided that I don't want to have to rely on this on the donations. I'd rather them come in and be like, you know, we're working towards this goal, or, you know, sometimes they come in and it's like, oh, that's awesome, that's brilliant. But I like, in the back of my mind, knowing when I start streaming, hey, I don't need the donations. If they come in, amazing, but I don't need them. So I'm trying to make a bit more of an effort with YouTube. I'm trying to make what people like watching more than what I want to actually do. Although FIFA is starting to become a thing where I actually enjoy playing it again now, and I haven't actually got time. You're watching this on a Wednesday, I'm recording it on a Monday. So first of all, I should say that if your question isn't in this and you asked it too late, I'm recording it Monday morning, I apologize. I basically have to get ready because I'm leaving tomorrow for me, yesterday for you guys. So confusing. It's not really, but whatever. I have to get ready to leave, and I haven't even packed yet, and I've got to sort out videos ready and stuff, and I've still got to do a stream, which you already know this, but I'm telling you right now, just in case you do manage to watch this even before I manage to render it. You know, but today's stream is going to be short. that's Monday's stream. I'm thinking about doing a 2-hour stream today because I have to. I just don't have time to get shit done. Going back to my original point, I'm enjoying FIFA so much that I actually want to record a FIFA video after this, but I won't have time. I have to record a Black Ops video because it takes less time to record, because I just don't know. I won't have time to edit it if I take too long, because I need to stream, and then I need to pack, and I need to edit and render. Rendering is going to take a fucking shit ton of time over the next few hours, because the LGS always, without a shadow of a doubt, without even trying to predict how long it's going to take, it will take at least an hour, 20 minutes if it's an hour-long file, even at 720p, because my PC hates the LGS. It will record, or rather render, everything else in like 5 minutes, regardless of length. But if I record an LGS and I name the file LGS, my PC goes, nope, and then just slows right down and decides to take ages. So while that's doing that, I'm going to go and pack and sort everything that I need to sort out. Then I'm going to come back and hopefully it's finished, and we'll see exactly how it's done. You don't give a shit about that, but I thought I'd just tell you anyway. But I am definitely trying to make a much more of a conscious effort to raise my YouTube profile. It's also it comes off the back of me watching someone, me being subscribed to someone since day one of me having this channel. In fact, I've been subscribed to this person before. They're called Hey That's Mike, right? They're They're a vlogging channel. Hey That's Mike, and he has a wife called Holly, and I'm in the vicinity. And he has, they have 2 daughters, one of which is like really young, the other one is not so young. But either way, I have watched them since literally the first vlog. I used to use a website called ViewTube Train, which was, I don't even know if it still exists. I haven't checked on that website in fucking since I started this channel, at least. What does that mean? You killed the target. Now what does that mean? What's up, man? Can I? Cheers. Good job. Good job. Do I get money now? I gotta kill him again? Is that right? I gotta kill him again? Yeah, so I've been subscribed to him for, since before I owned this channel, basically. Oh. Let's get away from him. I've been subscribed to him since I had my vlogging channel. And I found him because it's like a YouTube Train back then was like a vlogging network. You used to go on to this website to basically exchange vlogs with other people. You would watch their vlogs, and in return you'd get points, and then they would watch you could spend your points on getting them to watch your vlogs. It's kind of like a view exchange type situation, which was perfectly within the YouTube parameters. Still would be if it still existed. I don't know if it does, but either way, you don't get like genuine views, as it were, although maybe you do, because I found him through watching one of the vlogs. And it was the first vlog he ever uploaded, so I went over to his channel and I subscribed, and I was within the first 10 subscribers of that channel, and I started commenting on the videos, and I was bigger than him at the time. I had a couple of 100 subscribers on my vlogging channel. He obviously only had like 10 or whatever, and now they have over 200,000 subscribers, and they are getting 19 million views a month. Which, for a channel that size, is unbelievable. When you consider that Deji and KSI get 60 million each, and these guys get 19 million, and Deji and KSI are on, 6, 11, 12 million subscribers, and these guys are on 200,000, they are doing extremely well for themselves. The amount of money that they are raking in right now is crazy. I was watching Nepenthes. I haven't even got to the questions yet, but I'm kind of like, I'm enjoying the rambling thing. I was watching Nepenthes' stream the other day, which I think he deleted now, but which is a shame because it was a good stream. He played no game. He literally sat there and talked about... He put it under gaming. I'm going to kill that guy. He put it under gaming, but it was basically him just talking about everything that... Well, he was talking about some games, but he was mainly talking about the whole, like, streaming situation. There's been some issues with him and Foot Galaxy and things like that. Can I take that, please? Thank you. But he was basically talking about loads of shit, And in it, he mentioned how many views a month he requires to maintain the living that he has. And when you think about, he's buying a new house. He already has a house right now. He has a girlfriend and a baby, and he flies over to Washington frequently to see AA9 skills. And he's not flash by any means, but he's not shy about showing people what he's got. So he was showing a watch on stream. He's obviously all of his equipment is worth thousands and thousands of pounds. So he basically, he does. We all know he does all right for himself, which is awesome because he's one of the only ones. Well, not one of the only ones, but one of the ones, in my opinion, who really do truly deserve it because of the amount of grinding that he's put in compared to people, like Road to Shore, who basically has just bought his way up to the top. I'm not saying he's not entertaining, but let's be honest, if he didn't have the money to do all the discard pack openings and all the shit that he did at the beginning, there is no way he'd be where he is now because no one would ever notice him. If he just a normal series like normal people, then he wouldn't be where he is now, hence the reason I'm here where I am, because obviously he's got money to throw into videos where people wanted to see him waste money. I can't afford to do that. Even if I wanted to as an investment, it just wasn't viable. Nepenthes is another one of those people who ground their way up, so he deserves it. But either way, he said that he requires 4.5 million views, 4 to 5 million views basically, a month to maintain the lifestyle that he has. Now, the lifestyle that he has, obviously, is being able to afford 2 mortgages and be able to, support a family. He essentially pays his girlfriend. His girlfriend works for him doing admin-related stuff. I feel like that. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of this, so I won't comment on it. But like, I know that if I had a girlfriend, that hated her job, which I have had in the past, and I earned enough to support 2 people, I would, create a position. I'd give her stuff to do, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say, you're not going to do anything, I'm going to pay you. But I would create a position where she'd have to do the odd thing that I really don't like doing, or maybe, like handle some social media stuff, tweet more often maybe, run a Facebook page, this, that, the other. I don't know what Nepenthes' girlfriend does, and I'm not really that concerned what she does, to be honest, because it's none of my business. But that's what I would do. But anyway, he employs her, essentially, can run a family and do all this, and he said he can do it all on 4 to 5 million views a month, which, working out based on what I earn, it depends what your CPM is and all this stuff, so it's impossible to work out exactly how much he gets from 4 to 5 million views, but basically working out from what I earn compared to that, it's a very nice return on 4 to 5 million views. But when you consider that this, Hey That's Mike channel is currently getting 19 million views a month, they are earning some fucking money. They are doing very, very well for themselves. Extremely well. They have just bought a new house as well, by the way. It's just amazing to see how much money is in YouTube. It's crazy because I earn a living from everything I earn a living from YouTube, from Twitch, from sponsorships, from, yes, a coin sponsor, and I get by on basically what is the equivalent, in my opinion, of what minimum wage would be. Just a little bit more in fairness, but it depends which month I'm in, to be honest. But I would love to be in a position where I'm getting. You can make a living from 1 million views a month. Definitely, you can make it a very. Oh, well, obviously you can, because I've proven it right now that I'm getting shit views, but it's the sponsorships that keep me going. So it's with YouTube revenue as well, it would be amazing to be able to get 1 million views a month. So that's my goal, is to achieve 1 million views a month. That's what I'm trying to do. If I can get, the first goal for me would be to get back up to where I was, because I used to be getting 350,000 views a month, roughly. I think I was originally down. I was originally there when my FIFA 13 and FIFA 14 days, when those videos were, some of those were going viral. One of them has got nearly 1 million views. A few others have got like high 700,000s and stuff. They were doing very well, and they were earning me the big viewership. They don't get viewership anymore because obviously they're really old and no one gives a shit. People do still watch them, but not to the extent that I would like them to, obviously. YouTube removed like 400 videos from me as well, due to violation. You fucking wank stains. If you're watching this, YouTube, you pricks. yeah, so they removed the videos without warning. Machinima are shit. Machinima are the worst I'm partnered by Machinima or with Machinima. You are fucking dreadful, mate, and you need to stop doing what you're doing and leave. Just never come back. Go over to fucking Vessel, you know, some shitty site that no one gives a shit about, so you can ruin their network instead, or ruin their whole website instead of ruining my life, you bunch of twats. It's amazing that I can say stuff like that, and that's basically slander. I'm calling them shit, I'm calling them everything under the sun. They still won't release me from the fucking contract. Bunch of wank stains. Anyway, enough swearing and fucking fuck. Enough swearing and arguing about that. What was I even saying? I don't even know. Yeah, I want to try and get back up to where I was, you know, 300,000-ish views a month. Then the next target would be 500,000. Then the next target would be 1 million. And I'm going to try and grind my way out with that. Obviously, you know, like I said earlier, I hope I said it earlier, I'm nearly 15, 16, 17, 20 minutes in. And still haven't got to any of the questions yet, but there we are. Like I said earlier, though, YouTubers who do Twitch go through phases of falling out of love with YouTube content because they can't stand the grind of the edit and things like this, and eventually they'll go back to enjoying it because Twitch gets on their tits, which Twitch is doing for me right now. It's getting on my nerves because of the relying on the donations and things. I just don't want to do that, so I'm not going to cut down on the streams or anything. I may cut down on the length of stream. For instance, lately I've been trying to limit myself to no more than 4 hours. I've been trying to do between 3 and 4 hours and trying not to do any more than that. And I'm going to continue to do that level, except today where I need to cut it short on purpose because I need to get shit done. But there's just a kid crying outside. I don't know whether like someone's left a baby on my doorstep or something. I have no idea. I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to leave it there. So modern day Jesus. Anyway, so doesn't even make sense. I know. So, yeah, what was I saying? I was saying stuff that you were listening to. I was saying that I'm not going to cut down necessarily on the amount of streams, but I am going to cut down on the time. And I'm going to try and pour more effort into the editing stage. And the content in itself on YouTube, for me, I think is where it always has been, quality-wise. I just need to do more of it. Maybe longer videos, and I need to get a series on the go again. I've been avoiding series because series don't bring in the views, but series repay the viewer. So for instance, if you're subscribed to me and you watch me now, the series are good. You know, it's a way of me constantly interacting with you. It's a way for me to just keep doing, you know, like you're just working towards something, getting your opinion on things. It's basically like a repayment for subscribing. The one-off videos that I do right now is a way for me to get more viewers and more subscribers, and that's great, but I need to repay the ones that I currently have still as well. So I need to do a series, and I'm going to do that when I come back from Francais. So, should we get into some questions now that we're like 20 minutes into this fucking thing? Please vlog France. The point of me going to France is to recharge. It's not. The point of me going to France essentially was because it was such a great deal. I couldn't pass it up because I already owned the Disney tickets. So it was, and I love Disney, and it was too much of a good deal to pass up. Now, could I afford to do it? Not really. I am gonna regret it. I kind of already do regret doing it, but I'm just gonna fuck it. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna enjoy it, and then when I come back, then I can cry about the amount of money that I spent, that I really shouldn't have spent. But then that'll give me more motivation to work towards my goals anyway. If you think about it, not having money is the biggest motivator of all, in my opinion. Because if you've got money and you want to make more of it, you're thinking, well, like, you know, like now and again you'll have a sudden burst of energy, but generally be like, ah, fuck it, I've got enough money, I don't care. You know, but if you don't have it, you want to work to get it. You know, it's kind of like Christmas at the end of the day, right? You know, you're working towards it. You're always building up. You're planning it. You're doing this. You're doing that. If I do this, I can do that. If I can buy this, I can buy that. It's kind of like that when it's making money. If I do this, I can maybe earn this. Then I can do this, and I can do that. And then when you get it, it's always not as good as you think it is. Although, let's be honest, having piles of cash, there's no downside to that. Yeah. How do you know you've never had piles of cash? I know, but I'm pretty sure if I had 4 million quid right now, you would not see me complaining. You wouldn't see me, let's be honest. I'd be on a beach earning 20%. What's that from? Answers on a postcard. Or you can put it in the comments, it's up to you. So, yeah, I won't be vlogging France because I want to take the days to just enjoy not having to edit, not having to record, not having to stream, not having to think about what I do for a living. Not that what I do for a living is bad, it's just I haven't had a day off, a proper day off, like the full day without doing something YouTube or Twitch related since the last time I went to France, which was earlier this year in March. March the 10th, I believe. Well, it was a bit before that. March the 7th was the last time I went to France, and I haven't had a day off, a proper one, since then. So, I want a day off, if that's alright with you, James Spence. Anyway, do you watch the news? If so, it's a reality. Right, basically, his thing here, right, he's basically saying there's a lot more reality shows than you think, because I think he's trying to be clever and saying that every show is a reality show. What the hell is God doing with these lights? He's trying to say that every show is a reality show because everything is reality. Haha, dick. What's a spam question? Well, there you go, you just answered your own question. How are you getting to France? I am already there for you, but I will go through the process of what I did yesterday for you, tomorrow for me. Whoo! It's Franception, alright. I'm going to pop into the garage and see if I can repair my vehicle. Then I'm going to go back and get a different car because I've been driving around in this for far too long. Oh, look, he killed me again. What a prick. So I'm going to go from my house tomorrow to the train station. I am then going to go from the train station to Cardiff train station. Then I'm going to go from Cardiff to Bristol, Temple Mead. Then I'm going to get a connecting bus, I know, right, to the airport because that's the only way to get to the airport from the train station. And then I'm going to get on a plane from the airport, not the train station, obviously. And then I'm going to get off the plane in Paris, a certain Paris airport that I will mention just in case Luke finds out and then narrows it down. And then, yeah, so I'm going to go from that airport then, obviously, to the hotel. I'm going to go from the hotel to Disney, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to basically reverse the journey backwards. And I'll be back Saturday evening, which means there probably won't be a stream Sunday unless for some reason I'm feeling it or I'm awake. I probably won't be. I'll probably extend. I was going to fight that. I was going to fight the yawn and then decided, why? Who cares? Yeah, so what was I doing? I want to go, what's this? Penned in. No, I'm going to go to this garage. Going to go to my garage. I'm probably going to take Sunday. Not that I won't have the full day off because I'll have to record content, but I'll probably have to record a video for Sunday itself because I won't have time to get one ready now, unfortunately. And I'll have probably try and record one ready for Monday as well, so that on Monday I can watch The Walking Dead, and I can ease myself back into it, maybe do some more videos ready for Tuesday, and then stream Monday evening. So Monday will be the first stream back, meaning that I had a full week off streaming. So there we go. That's the answer to the question. Oh, gosh, I'm yawning. Oh. Yawned twice, mate. Who are you going to Disney with? I'm going to Disney with an old friend. Now, not to say that I've known her, yes, it's a grill. Not that I've known her that long. She's just old. No, it's not my mum. Although I would more than happily go to a Disney with my mum, to be honest. With my mum. Because she's just as gay as I am and loves It's a Small World, so I would have no problems going to Disney with my mum, but it's not really possible. No, she's a friend, but it's someone I've known for years and years and years, and her name is Doris. It's not. What car do you own? I don't own a car. It's too expensive. So I'm going to a party with my girlfriend, and she expects me to fuck her, but I'm getting a bit sick of her and want to break up. What should I do? I just don't believe it. It's just not that. I was reading it and I was like, yeah, I just don't believe this. I just don't believe this. Your story wasn't credible. What's your name? Bob. Bob, your story isn't credible, mate. You need to come back. You need to revise the situation. You need to come back and maybe don't use the word fuck. Maybe sleep with, and I would have maybe believed it a bit more. I don't know. Probably not. I just don't feel like that is a predicament for a boy of your age. How do you know how old I am? You're clearly 5, you know, like, I don't think it's an issue necessarily that I'm going to get a jet and fly down there because it's quicker. I don't necessarily think I just don't believe it. I'm not feeling it. I'm thinking that if not I were you, but if I'm just thinking that most boys would be like, do you know what? I'm going to do it and then I'm going to break up with her because I'm a bloke and I want sex. I just don't think... mate, I don't believe it, mate. I don't believe it. There's no way a girl would want it and then tell you she wants it. I just don't believe it. Don't believe it. Unless she's a slag, of course, in which case I could believe it. But I don't. I just don't. You're not believable. You are not believable. Please be dead. Yay. Come back to me when you are believable. Right? Okay. Okay. If you had to spend 1 year on a desert island, what 5 things would you take with you and why? I would take a pallet of duct tape. I'm going to assume on this desert island that there are some form of like animal. There may be, you know, like chickens or at least fish in the sea. So I would take duct tape. You're wondering why a pallet of duct tape. Now, when I say a pallet, I mean like a wooden crate. And on the wooden crate is just roll after roll after roll after roll of duct tape. Because duct tape will literally save your life in many a situation. I have seen more or less every episode of Mythbusters, and the one particular episode that always stands out to me is the one when they're on the desert island and they're trying to create water. They're trying to, you know, do this, they're trying to do that, and literally the only thing that they've got is duct tape, and they managed to create a canoe, a canoe out of vines and shit that they find and duct tape. Basically just duct tape though. And they get off the island in a duct tape canoe that doesn't leak. It's unbelievable. I urge you to go watch it. The show is called Mythbusters, if you haven't heard of it before, because, well, I don't know why you wouldn't, but whatever. So definitely take a pallet of duct tape. I don't really know what else I would take. It's a tricky one, because obviously you wouldn't have electricity there, so it's pointless saying, oh, I'd take an Xbox, so I could at least play something. Because, oh, hello, Jeff. What's going on? What's going on here? Okay, bit of lag. You know, you can't say, oh, I'd take an Xbox because there's no electricity. So would you take a generator? I don't know. It's a tricky one, that one. To be honest, it's a tricky question. It's a good question, but I don't really know what I would take. If I could take, like, a generator with me, I would probably take... I'm going for it. No, I'm not. That's a stupid idea. I'm following the road, though. Imagine driving down the motorway and seeing this above you. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Oh! So yeah, I would, I went a bit low then, didn't I? I kind of want to try and... this plane's going to blow up. I'm even further away than what I want to be. This is going to blow up, so I need to get out of here as soon as possible. And I'm bailing. Now it's blown up. So yeah, I would probably take a generator. I would take the whole Blu-ray collection of Friends. And I would take... oh my Christ, what are you doing? You could have swerved out of the way, but no, I'll kill the parachuter. Well, let's just casually take this off. So yeah, I would take a generator that runs on sea salt seawater, because they exist, pretty sure. Or solar panels, basically. I would take solar panels with me, because if you're on a desert island, let's be honest, it's desert because it gets a lot of sun. So you're going to get a lot of power. And then I would take I'd take a Blu-ray player, and I'm assuming the Blu-ray player comes with a HDMI cable, and I would take a TV, and I would take the whole Friends collection and duct tape, and I think that's 5 things. If I need one more thing, I don't know, fucking socks, not my cat, actual socks, because you never know, it might be cold in the night. Maybe a blanket. Maybe a knife would have been a good idea. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'd do then. I would take a TV with a built-in DVD player. The Friends DVD box set. Okay. And I would take a generator with a solar panels attached to the generator so that they're one thing. That's 3 things. A pallet of duct tape and a knife of some description. Like a really strong... Oh, no. A set of knives. A set of, like, hunting knives. There you go. So you're going to have them for a long time. And if one breaks, you've always got more. There you go. If I had more time to think about it, I probably could have thought of something a little bit better than that. But who cares? I'm happy with it. I would like to say that I know that Chris Benoit is dead. But there we go. Then. I was just making sure. What would you do if you had to choose an object in your room you are currently in and fight an intruder to death with it. I've got a really sexy like pair of scissors. Like they're godly. Like you could use it as like a knuckle duster if you didn't want to like really injure them, or you could stab them, because that's a long blade, you know. It would be this. It would definitely be this. I'm trying to look at something else. It's either that or a Sharpie. I'd probably go with the scissors. Who is your favourite wrestler, past and present? Mine nowadays is to be Dean Ambrose. I don't care these days because they're all shit. Back in the day, Steve Austin, definitely the best wrestler to have ever lived is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just unbelievable. I love him. He's big Steve Austin fan. Big Steve Austin fan. Got a Steve Austin hoodie and on all sorts. I would wear it, but it's an over the head like pull down hoodie. There's no zip or anything. It's a pain in the ass. I bought it when I went to watch wrestling in Cardiff years ago. Undertaker was meant to turn up. Guess what? He didn't. I saw Sheamus though. Great, right? No, I saw other people as well. Like the people who are big now, who weren't big then. Probably Dean Ambrose, to be honest. A vehicle must be removed from the garage. Oh, I don't want to store it. No. No. Good parking. Boom. Just casually stroll over. What improvements for FIFA 17 career mode would you make? Jesus Christ. Where to begin? Basically, Football Manager, as it is now, I would implement pretty much everything into FIFA, with the exception of like some features that are just too in depth. So, wait. There you go. So for instance, why the hell have I got that on my... What the hell is that? So for instance, we've got some, like some training things. There's just a few training things that are just too... It's too in depth. You know, there's this, that, and the other. But for the most part, I think 80% of what FM is now needs to go into FIFA. Put your helmet on. Put your helmet on. Put it on. Put it on. Fine. Fuck you. Fall off and die. So yeah, I mean, I can't say specifics, but just like, you know, realistic transfers. The press need updating big time. The one thing I would implement that doesn't exist in FM, and it's licensing reasons why it doesn't exist in FM, otherwise I'm pretty sure it would have been. You might be able to get a mod, probably not, but you might be able to get a mod that does it. FIFA have a sponsorship with Sky Sports, right? Now, I would take advantage of this if I were them, only for specific things, really. I mean, I would implement it all over the place if I could. I would plaster the game with it, career mode wise, and that is basically interviews or news bulletins from the people who work at Sky Sports News. So, for instance, on transfer deadline day, Jim White, you'd see a clip of Jim White talking, just a generic clip. They could take it from existing real-life clips that have already happened, or they could get him to record them, as they have a sponsorship with Sky Sports. I'm pretty sure it would be very easy to do. They could basically just get Jim White to sit there and coin out sort of 30, 40 phrases. Yes, it would get repetitive after a while, but for the first at least 2 or 3 seasons of FIFA, it would be interesting, and it would make it a lot more interesting. You know, like they've done with Jeff Shreves. You know, like, oh, he's on the touchline, he's doing this, that, and the other. He's having a game of dominoes with Benteke. You know, like that kind of thing. But basically, on deadline day, I'm thinking about buying Robin van Persie, right? So you get a little clip comes up on screen, as if I'm watching Sky Sports. Fake news stories going under the bottom. Basically, what the news stories are in game right now, but they go along the bottom. And you have Jim White going, and Chelsea are interested in buying Robin van Persie. You could even do it so that it's animated, so that, for instance, it would be very easy to do the cuts between like players, because obviously, you know, like any team could pick. You could pick any team. You could pick Callis Cowboys. You could pick Dallas Cowboys, even if that's probably not a team in the MLS. I can't even think of an MLS team. You could pick LA Galaxy, and you could go after Wayne Rooney. How many people are going to go LA Galaxy and buy Wayne Rooney? You know, so it's going to be a bit weird. Like, he wouldn't sit there and record all those possibilities. So, for instance, if they made it animated, it would be easy for them to switch between him saying LA Galaxy and this, that, and the other. And I wouldn't mind if it was animated, just so that it was a clip of Jim White talking about transfers, or someone outside of your grounds. So, for instance, they've got rights to all the Premier League grounds, so you could have a reporter stood outside Stamford Bridge, if I was Chelsea, and, you know, talking about what players may or may not be coming in. It's, or you know, they could even do it generically. So, for instance, I'm thinking about bringing Drogba back to Chelsea, right? So you've got a guy outside. You've got Jeff Adams, right, outside Stamford Bridge. I don't even know who Jeff Adams is, but you've got Jeff Adams outside Stamford Bridge, and he's there going, yes, Chelsea are reported to be signing him. He's come for a medical, and basically they never say his name. They never say his name, but in the top left or the top right, a picture of the player that you're trying to buy or trying to sign or in talks with, and, you know, some of the deals, some of the offers you've put in there, maybe, you know, things like that. Just random little things like that, just to make it a little bit more in depth. Because at the moment, the news stories, you have to go hunting for them. They don't just appear. The odd headline will, but generally you have to go hunting for the news, which is stupid. It should just be in my face all the time. There's no immersion. And the other thing that pisses me off about it as well is once one season is done, it's kind of all over, you know, like it's just rinse and repeat then. There's nothing new that pops up. FM keeps you, you know, they keep the history of you as a manager, they keep the history of the players, and FIFA can't do it for the most part because it's, you know, maybe there's not enough room on discs and things like that, I don't know. But with cloud gaming and shit like that these days, I'm pretty sure they could do it. I've gone on a long time about that, but it's something that, you know, it's easy things like that to implement, I would say, but they just don't do it. Just make it more like FM with Jim White, with not necessarily just Jim White, but you know what I mean, like Kirsty Gallagher and things like that. Just clips of the news team talking shit, basically. I'd like it just for more immersion. It would make me happy. Let's go up here a bit. Attention all the shoppers. Get your free can of diet racism towards Ireland right here in TVM's podcast of the price of 14. I don't know what Amir is referring to. It's probably something potato related, knowing him. Dab, please. No. I just fell off my bike. What would your best five-a-side team be from past and present players? You twat. I don't actually... Oh, I'm being shot at, apparently. Oh, by a player. Okay, cool beans. Cool story, bro. Oh, I'm going to die because I just crashed. Oh, stop it, you twat bag. Woo! So, I don't actually know what the best one would be. If I could pick one, though, five-a-side, like an indoor five-a-side team, I would put... I put Van der Sar in goal, probably. I would put... Tony Adams in, like, the defensive type area. In fact, no, I wouldn't put Tony Adams in there at all. I would put Van der Sar in goal. I would then put Xabi Alonso as the one centre-back, because he can tackle, but it's the passing and the ball control that I would like more. Because in a five-a-side team, it's more about a good offence than it is rather than a defence. So Xabi Alonso can tackle if he needs to, but generally I'm not too concerned. And then in front of him, I would have Jari Litmanen, definitely, 100%, and Ronaldinho. So that's 4 players, I think. And then the one player up front I would have would be Dennis Bergkamp. And I think that would be the team, because five-a-side, you don't need pace at all. Pace isn't a thing. Technical ability, dribbling, ball control, etc. is a thing. So if I had Xabi Alonso in defence, it means he can pass it out from the back. He can find killer balls forward to Dennis Bergkamp, and he's got decent ball control, this, that, and the other. He can tackle if he needs to. And then Ronaldinho in front of him with Jari Litmanen, and they've both got unbelievable techers. Technical ability is insane. Dennis Bergkamp can shoot from anywhere. He's not that slow, really. And again, he's got excellent ball control, decent skills. It would be really good. I mean, to be fair, you could put players like Neymar in there and stuff and what have you, but I that's my five-a-side team. I think I picked 5. That's my five-a-side team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, five-a-side. There you go. Job done. Which, by the way, I would put... What? Perform the longest wheelie on a motorcycle. It's mad that I'm actually on a bike and never on a bike, and you could perform the longest wheelie. I would put a five-a-side tournament. We talked about this the other night. I would put a five-a-side tournament, five-a-side Ultimate Team mode rather, in FIFA. I don't understand why that's not a thing, if I'm honest. Why is it not a thing? It would be, they could basically make it so that you have to get all new cards. I'm top. You make it so you have to get all new cards. And yeah, 5-a-side, 3 on the bench, rolling subs whenever you want. Basically, like on the D-pad, controls for subs, so you could roll them off on and off whenever you want. And you know, put 5 divisions in there for 5-a-side tournaments. It would be so easy to do, but something that EA will probably never do because they're just retarded. I would play that 5-a-side mode more than I would play any other mode ever. Probably could have gone a bit longer, but beat that bitch. Yeah, it's just very, very simple in my opinion to do. I'm gonna go the other way now and try and do it again. It's just a simple idea that wouldn't take a lot of implementing at all, and something that I would play the living shit out of. Basically, FIFA Street-esque, but 5-a-side, and with the ability to you know, get 5-a-side packs basically. So you've got all new packs, all new player cards. They're basically all the same, but no, I'm being shot at now. They're basically all the same as normal Ultimate Team cards. They're just, like, I don't know, maybe slightly darker, maybe a slightly different shape. I'm thinking more brown for some reason. Brown and blue, like brown and light blue is what I'm thinking. I don't know why. But yeah, I think that would be a really sexy game mode right there that I would love to play, and I would play the living shit out of. But you know, will it ever happen? Probably not. Everyone's been asking for indoor football for decades, since '97, really, since when they took it out. Right, I'm done now with that. I think I've won that. 760 meters, I've won. Rank up. So yeah, that would be fucking awesome. Why do rainbows rainbow? No idea, mate. Not one clue. I think it's some sort of chemical reaction illusion thing. I don't know. I don't even care, to be honest. Follow a car and see where it takes you. No, it's too much effort. Oh, sorry for stealing your suggestion. Ha, okay. I don't understand. You were in a room with no windows, doors, or any exit. How did I get in there? The only items are a mirror and a table. How do you escape? How did I get into the room, though? That doesn't make any sense. How would I have got into the room if there's no way into the room? If you've got a table and a mirror, there's not really any way you can escape. Like, you're not gonna... Depends what's the room made out of. I won! You won. I damn straight I won. What's up, man? Yeah, there's no way you can escape. I'd use the mirror to cut my throat and die because it's just too much effort. There's no oxygen in there either, clearly, because there's no way in or out, no windows or anything. So, there you go. What do you think on the whole Messi passing to Suarez at the penalty box? Cheers for the reply. Clever. Is it disrespectful? No, it's a way of taking a penalty. It was just very, very clever. Very, I don't know, very... I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Honourable, maybe, of Messi to do that in the first place, because obviously there's no way Messi. There's no reason Messi needed to do that other than the fact that he just wanted Suarez to score a hat trick. So you know, good on him, good penalty, job done. If they'd fucked it up, then they would have been the laughing stock of the world. But let's be fair, they are Barcelona. There's no way they would have messed that up. Arsenal. So there you go. Hashtag money whore TVM, damn straight, just woke up lel 13 minutes ago. What's going on, Luke? Nothing can compare to sipping from the fountain of knowledge to find out after all this time I never actually had privacy on Facebook with these cheese-eating rat bastard printing out my conversations with my uncle's boss's pet's employer is sleeping with all the bitches. Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg. Hey, you're improving, though, because you're calling him Mark Zuckerberg and not Mark Fuckerberg, so there you go. Thoughts on latest episode of The Walking Dead? That episode fucked me up so hard. Hashtag emotional roller coaster. I hope Carl is okay. I don't really give a shit about him. He'll look badass with an eye patch now. I think it'll turn Carl dark. I think Carl will turn very, very, very dark. to the point where he may even split off from the group. I just thought of this right now, but I think Carl will be very, very cynical towards everything from now on. He'll be very annoyed at the world. He was anyway. Well, he was, but then he kind of went away from that. But I think he'll go back into it. But he'll be more... I don't think he'll be annoying. I think he'll just be evil. I think he'll turn evil. I think eye patches turn people evil. But no, best episode of any TV show I've ever watched was last week's episode of The Walking Dead. The one this week, I haven't seen it yet because obviously it's still... Well, I will watch it hopefully before I stream. Yeah, 46 minutes in. I'm not even halfway through the questions because I've talked so much bollocks today. I need to get this done. But yeah, great episode. 10 out of 10 would watch again. Thoughts on Donald Trump? I don't really pay that much attention to US politics. I don't really pay much attention to our politics because it's all bollocks. It's all bollocks. They're all a bunch of children. I don't know if they are like it in America. The UK politicians in particular, though, piss me off because it's like I'm not like educated to university level. I'm not a snob, I'm not this, I'm not that. I don't claim to be extremely clever or anything, but even I will sit there and watch Prime Minister's Question Time sometimes and just laugh at how pathetic they all are, sniggering at each other and here. When someone says something really pathetic like, his right honourable gentleman couldn't do that yesterday, could he? Like, shut up, you bellend. You're the one that runs the country and you're talking like you're in a playground. Like, but just because you're using, you know, the correct terms like right honourable gentleman and all this bollocks doesn't mean you can like act like a 4-year-old. Just because you're using big boy words doesn't mean you can act like a child and get away with it. Like, I still think you're a dick, and I'm sat here in my little house playing video games and I think you're a dick because you're talking like a bellend. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind people using correct English and big words, but use them in the correct manner. Don't like laugh at each other for David Cameron, you know, like wore the wrong pants on Tuesday or something. Oh, I wouldn't. Fuck off. I can't be asked. Just watch it, right? If you're thinking, why would you watch Prime Minister's Question? Just do it. Just for 5 minutes, right? You'll fall asleep. Don't get me wrong. But just before you fall asleep, one of them will make a ridiculous little childish backhanded comment, surrounded by long words, so that they seem intelligent, like it's an intelligent joke, but essentially all they're saying is, yeah, you're a big poo-poo face. That's basically what they're saying, and it pisses me off that these idiots run the country, and I'm sat here playing video games, and you're sat there watching me play video games, even though we could both run it better than they could, with one arm tied behind my back, and this tooth missing. Tooth. If you could answer one question of your own choosing on the LGS, what would it be? I don't really have one, because otherwise I'd talk about it. Like, earlier on, maybe, when I was talking about Twitch and YouTube, it probably would have been, which do you prefer, or how is it going? How's the whole Twitch YouTube thing going? Is probably the question I would have answered, because I do, like, if I've got something to talk about, I'll talk about it, and then that would have been the question, essentially. So, I spoke about what I wanted to speak about, so that essentially would have been the question. Sorry to disappoint you, my friend. Final Premier League table prediction. Your guess is as good as mine at the moment, to be honest. It's a weird one. Leicester, can they go all the way? I mean, I'm very sceptical even now. Even if final day of the season and all they need to do is draw away at Villa, or home at Villa, rather. I don't even know who they've got on the last day. I'm just hypothetical here. If they have Aston Villa on the final day and they're home and Aston Villa have got 4 first-team players out and Leicester have got a full squad and all they need to do is get a draw, I would still be sceptical that they would completely balls it up and not win the league. I don't know why. I just feel Manchester City will go on to win the league. I've got absolutely no idea why, but I just feel like they will. Arsenal will bottle it, almost undoubtedly. Tottenham haven't got the legs. Leicester are Leicester. Man City are the only other viable option. There's not that long left, though, and Leicester and Tottenham both looking the more likely of those 4 sides, so it's a tricky one. Had Manchester United won their last 2 league games, I wouldn't have ruled Man United out. But now that they've not been, you know, they've been getting even worse than what they have been in recent weeks, which is something to that's just wow. We won't go into the whole Man United thing. They know they're shit. They know they've got problems. You're a Liverpool fan. What are you on about? I know we're shit as well. I'm not saying we're better than Man United. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Louis van Gaal needs to fucking go. But yeah. So I still think Man City will pip everyone to the league table just because they've got the quality and depth, and I think that they'll. Yeah, I think that they will. I want Leicester to win it. Leicester or Tottenham, I wouldn't mind which one. I think I'd rather Leicester win it because it's so much more of an underdog. But even if Tottenham win it, it just to break the mold of people who win the league would be brilliant, you know. So that would be kind of sexy. Chelsea top 4 though. I'm not saying it's a possibility. Well, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think you'll see them kick on now. Saw it last week. Signs of them playing better. Yes, they played against Manchester City's kids essentially, but they were quite impressive against them, even though they were playing against kids. They beat them 5-1. Chelsea fans pissed me off with that though. We thumped City. We're back kind of thing. It's like, well, hang on a minute. You do know that they had like one first team player out there, and even he went off at half time. You know, like it wasn't. You weren't playing against a good Man City side because they don't give a shit about the cup. He wants to win the league in his last season. He's going for it, you know. And that you were playing against it wasn't even their B team. Let's be honest. You were playing against the kids of the kids at the end of the day. So I wouldn't get too excited. However, I saw flashes there and last week as well. They started to play a little bit better recently. So I'm not saying hopefully they can kick on because I don't want them to kick on. I want them to do shit. But it's I think it's looking more likely now that they could go up there and finish definitely in the top half, but finish towards the Champions League places. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't want them to. I'm just saying we'll see. What would you do if you got into a fight and you could have one person on your side, real or fictional? Well, if we're talking fictional, Rambo. If we're talking real, well, actually, if we're talking fictional, it would probably be like Deadpool or something, wouldn't it? It would be like Deadpool or Superman or whatever, someone like that, someone who can't get hurt and someone who could literally just do it for you. If we're talking real life people, then I'm probably gonna pick some form of UFC fighter. I don't know any UFC fighters to pick, but I would pick the one who's currently the best. Yeah, male, because women can't fight. Ha, big jokes, big jokes. Women come at me. The best way to commit suicide would be to get on top of a lamppost, then tie some chicken wire around your neck and rope around your feet. Then, what the fuck, Lewis? Both then around the lamppost. Finally, glue your hands to your neck and jump. You will be left suspended by your feet and then with your head detached from your body and in your hands. I don't condone committing suicide, by the way. Your thoughts? I think you're a little bit messed up, mate. I think you and Amia would get on very well, but I think you're a little bit messed up. Do you plan on being in a relationship eventually? Yes, on my to-do list, mate. It's right after clean cat's litter tray is find girlfriend. Well, obviously, you know, everyone does. Oh, I don't. I want to be single forever. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, yeah, I do. Actually, no, I do. No, you don't. No, actually, yeah, I do. No, you don't. No, you don't. No one does. It's human nature to not want to be alone forever. Oh, but I do. No, you don't. You might want to now, but given time, you won't want to be alone. Trust me. Who's going to wipe your mouth when you're too shit to do it yourself, you know? Yeah. If someone on death row and If someone's on death row and I sneak into prison and kill them, should I be trial for murder? You'd be trial for breaking and entering. And yeah, you probably would be, in all fairness, because it's not your job to do it, and it wasn't. It's against like human rights, because even though they have the right to a last meal, which you didn't give them, they have there's a certain day, like maybe they've got a last minute reprieve. You didn't give them that opportunity. There's this, that, and the other. So yeah, you would be tried for murder, and I would back it as well. Why not? It's like saying if I went to a hospital to visit like someone, and some bloke was in his bed and he's basically got terminal cancer and he's got like 2 months to live, and I just stabbed him in the face and killed him, should I be tried for murder? Because he was going to die anyway. He was going to die in 2 months anyway, so what's the difference, right? And it's the same in general, just to anybody. If I walk up to some guy on the street and I killed him, And my argument is, well, he was eventually going to die anyway, so what does it matter? Like, what do you mean he was eventually? Well, he was. Everyone dies, so he was eventually going to die. So, you know, where's the line? Where's the line? There is no line, because you're so far past the line's now a dot to you. There you go. What's that from? Peter is Bay. Luke has basically woken up, realised I'm recording the LGS, and shitting his pants that he can't think of any questions to ask. So he's literally spamming anything he can just because he wants his name read out. While you're on holiday in Holland, me and my farm chums were on our annual vacation picking the weed out of old people's asses. 4 weeks straight in my head we paid for this shit holiday in both money, pussy and cash. Okay, good job, Amia. Oats in the Water is brilliant, by the way. I don't know what that is. Is that a song or a film or what? I don't know what that is. I've got no idea what that is. Do you think Benteke has a future at Liverpool? No. Do you think Matip is a good signing? Yes. And who do you think LFC should sign in the summer? By the way, I fucking love the LGS series. Honestly, one of the favourite series on YouTube right now. Thank you, Daniel Barry. This is going to be a long effing episode, by the way. This is kind of to make up for the lack of streams this week as well. So, not that anyone really gives a shit, but I'm still there doing it, you know? So, I don't think Benteke suits Liverpool. He's the wrong type of player for the club. He's not necessarily a long ball, but he's more of a physical long ball type thing. And I think we need someone a bit more technical up front, a la Suarez, Torres type of player. So there's that. Do you think Matip is a... Do you think the Matip signing was good? Yes. He's a, again, young talent, proven already, cheap, very cheap. In fact, I think he may have even been free. Just a really good player, and I'm glad we've got him. And obviously, Klopp likes him and knows him, otherwise he wouldn't have signed him in the first place. So, yeah, very happy with that. Who do I think we should sign in the summer? I mean, we need a defender, and we need a holding player. I wouldn't... It depends. If Sturridge can stay fit for the rest of the season now, I would be confident that we don't need to get another striker because Sturridge is fit. Danny Ings will be back. Danny Ings actually started scoring goals and started playing very well just before he got injured. And I still think he's going to give Benteke more time. So striker-wise, we'll be fine. It's just a case of getting that centre-back and holding player. If we could get a new goalkeeper, that would be amazing. Maybe Leno would be a good goalkeeper to get. Maybe put Mignolet on the bench, get Leno. Sell Bogdan because he's fucking dreadful. I was quite excited when we signed him as well, but there we go. Swings and roundabouts. But yeah, as to the player, obviously, off the top of my head, Hummels, Subotic, or Socrates would not be a bad thing. They're all Dortmund related, but still doesn't matter. You know, it's Klopp. He's got ties. Those type of players would be good. Hawedes, maybe, if that's how you say his name, he'd be a good buy. Basically, any German centre-back, and I don't think I'd mind too much. Maybe even someone like Badstuber. I don't know if he's any good anymore, but still, someone like that would be quite sexy. Holding player, I'm thinking along the lines of maybe Bender or Gundogan or maybe Gustavo from Wolfsburg. You know, those type of players who would do a very good job in there. And again, I'm looking at the Bundesliga mainly because Klopp has got a massive... Shit, a brick. I should have fallen off the bike then. Because he's got a massive history with the Bundesliga. Obviously, he's German himself, so he links up with a lot of these. I'm not talking chemistry. I'm talking like he knows them personally. So I think he'll bring in a few Bundesliga-related players. Any one of them. Maybe even try and nab Sami Khedira if he can. I mean, it's a long shot because he has only recently moved to Juve, but it would be a good signing if you could get him. You know, maybe he wants to change. I don't know. We'll see. Can't stop yawning. I apologise. I'm gonna turn this boat around. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Oh no! Oh, you fucking dickhead, mate. Don't worry. We can get up this way. Hang on. Let's go up and over here. I tried to flip it. I went for it. Oh, Ambition 101, baby. Woo! That was quality. Anyone in here we can nick? We can nick a helicopter. I wanted the plane, really. I'm going to go drive around the airfield a little bit. What would you do if aliens tried to invade the Earth? Well, they wouldn't try. If aliens came to this channel... If aliens came to this planet, they would definitely invade, because why would they travel so far to just say, alright, what's going on, alright? And B, they've got technology that allows them to travel this far, so they can obviously wipe us out. If they've got technology... Oh, I should have come down here for that. Like, imagine how far I would have been able to wheelie. If they've got technology to fly to our planet, they've almost certainly got technology to destroy it, you know, or destroy everyone on it, essentially. So, yeah, I think, I don't think doing anything would really do, I don't think it would help, you know. But I would probably attempt to hide somewhere, really. I mean, there's not an awful lot you can do, but I would try and hide underground somewhere. It's pretty much all you can do, right? Question number 6, to me, back on the mix, asking you, please. Oh, baby. Nearly died. Please, oh please, streaming top of the Eiffel Tower. I will swap you 3/4 of a half eating bacon and cheese sandwich. Get her while she's hot. Okay. Oh, look, a player. What's going on, man? I don't even know why. Oh, I killed him. Woo! What's up, man? What's up, man? I can't remember how that. There you go. Woo! Yeah! Police are after me. Of course they are. Of course they are. He's gonna be all over me like a fucking rash, mate. I'm gonna need to try and get on. There's no planes. There's no helicopters, and there's no planes. What the hell? There's a plane. What? There was one here earlier. Am I getting in it? Anyway, prepare for criminal damage. Anyway, no. The answer to the question. I'll see you in Disney. Kappa. See, Luke said that, right? And he wasn't even watching the rest of the... Obviously, he hasn't seen the LGS yet. So when I said that I won't say which airport because it'll narrow it down for Luke, he's already on the case. He's already in Disney. It wouldn't surprise me if he tried to book a flight to Disney and then tried to get his mum to go with him so he had company to go with. But either way... You still wouldn't find me, let's be honest. Is YouTube your full-time job? It's a combination of YouTube and Twitch, yes, and it's sponsorships and things like that. It's not just the views that I live off, but yeah. Bro, I've been here for about 3 years. What, in the comment section? Come on now, I'll always support your channel. Thank you, Don. Cheers, Don. Big up the wheezing. Thanks, mate. I do recognise people. It's not like I don't know what I said to make you say that, but I apologise wholeheartedly, my friend. Thank you for calling it the visual podcast again. My sperm thanks you. Cheers to me, you fucking retard, weirdo, potato loving. Oh shit, son. I may die. Oh, come on, that's a cheap shot. At least let me get on my fucking feet. That's your fault, Amir. I was trying to come up with sensible insults for you, and I ended up dying. Screw you, Seamus. Screw you in the ass. Ooh, very sexual. I know, I'm a sexual person. Ask my dog. Wait, I haven't got a dog. Thoughts on the new Premier League badge for next season? I don't think I've seen it. I know it's just called Premier League because they're not sponsored by anyone. I don't know why, but either way, I don't necessarily have an opinion, if I'm honest. To be fair, I just don't really care about the logo. Like, it's a logo at the end of the day. This car is not very good. Which TV advert do you hate the most? I don't watch TV, so I don't actually watch any adverts. The only shows that I watch are Walking Dead, Big Bang Theory, etc. A, they're American, and B, they cut the adverts out because I get the downloaded versions of them. So what the fuck are you doing, you little shit? That's what you get for trying to act like a hero. I need a hero. Have I got enough speed? I need a jump to get me out of the night. Try and do a flip with the car. Try and do a flip. Try and do a flip. No. Did not work. I want to try and get a helicopter. Oh, that'll do. I tried to brake, but then realised I was going backwards, and braking just meant going quicker. I don't know. I didn't mean any of the insults that I said to you, by the way, Seamus. I didn't mean them at all. I'm a big fan of your work. Yeah, so I don't really I don't watch adverts. I just don't know. They're most scared about crashing in a plane than a bus because there's less chance of survival if the plane crashes than if the bus crashes. True, but it's highly unlikely. And let's be honest, if the plane crashes, you are going to die like that. You're not gonna suffer. I mean, generally, if the plane crashes, like crash lands, and he tries to land it, and then it catches fire, and then you burn to death. Yeah, of course, that's gonna fucking hurt. But at the end of the day, how many planes have ever like crash landed where the pilot has managed to land it, but it's like hit an engine and then blown up, or just caught fire in general, and everyone's roasted to death in a tin? Not that often, I would imagine. So I think I just think people need to just, they're fine. Just all-time starting Liverpool starting 11-4-4-2 formation. I think I did this the other day. In fact, I did. Didn't I do it in the last LGS, or was it on a stream? Either way, it would be Pepe Reina or Grobbelaar in goal. I can't really decide which one. I pick both and then alternate between the two. Unarmed or unarmed? Good job, man. Good job. Jamie Carragher and Sami Hyypiä probably in defence. I'd then pick Arbeloa at right back, and I'd put John Arisa at left back. I would then have Xabi Alonso as a CDM, Steven Gerrard as a sort of central midfield player, with McManaman, and then I'd have that's 4-4-2 formation. Sorry. Okay, so that's my 4, and I'd have Xabi Alonso and Steven Gerrard as the 2 CMs, and then left side, I'd play them as it would be a 4-4-2, but it would actually be like a 4-2-2-2. If that makes sense. Like, it's still a 4-4-2 essentially, but the wingers are in and up a little bit more so that they're not wide players, because I don't actually like hardly any of the Liverpool wingers that have ever played for Liverpool. Like, don't get me wrong, I do, but for the most part, I'm not. I'd rather have these players. So, McManaman as one cam and Litmanen as another one. And then I'd have probably Fernando Torres and Luis Suarez up front. Yes, I know, Michael Owen, Ian Rush, Robbie Fowler. There are countless amounts of Liverpool strikers. Liverpool, over the years, have only ever been able to produce Steven Gerrard, Xabi Alonso, of their own... Jamie Carragher and Steven Gerrard of their own, like, academy that are actually any good, and then they have the ability to bring in good strikers, and that's pretty much it. And yes, we have Liverpool have a massive history of good strikers. Like, it goes even further back than, they've got Dalglish and Keegan and this and that and the other, and I could pick any one of them, but Luis Suarez' recent track record, he has to be in there. He's arguably, well, he's not arguably, he is the best striker in the world right now, so there you go. Oh, no, he's not TVM. Lionel Messi, he's not actually a striker. So, but Ronaldo is actually, he's not really a striker, is he? Well, he can't play striker. Yeah, but so, like David De Gea could play up front. Doesn't mean he's a good striker. That's not really a valid argument, though. TVM. Shut up. No one asked you. It's my opinion. Piss off. I don't care. I could do this all day. Frigid, like my last girlfriend. Way she wasn't, but stay frosty. Stay frosty, Frigid. What? Yeah, so I would just pick them, so shut up. Do the next LGS on top of the Eiffel Tower Gangnam Style? No. Choose a car and follow it? No. Would you like to get married and have a family one day? With you, is that an offer, Daniel Barry? Family, no. I don't really like kids. Like, I don't like them in the Adam Johnson sense. I don't like them in the parenting sense. I don't like them, just full stop. Kids annoy the shit out of me. So I would probably not want kids ever. That's not to say, if you're watching this, future kid, it wasn't that I didn't want you necessarily, because I'm really glad I have you now. Oh look, Paris dream big. That's quite funny. there's a big Paris theme going on in this episode. It's not to say that I didn't want you and I don't appreciate you now. Just that, you know, I like spending money on stuff, and you would cost me a lot of money, and you have been costing me a lot of money, you little scamp. Yeah, no, that's just a joke. I will never have kids. I just can't be asked, to be honest. It's a lot of, it's that thing of, I'm too selfish to have kids, really. It's, look at me flying through here like a G6, like a G6. Something G6. I'm too selfish. You know, like, if I had a kid, I'd be annoyed that I couldn't just get up and go to Disney, because I'd have to pay for the kid to go to Disney. And then the kid's in Disney running around like a bellend, and I'm there like, well, I want to go on this ride, but I can't because the kid's too small, or I want to do this, but I can't because the kid doesn't want to do it. The kid wants to go on It's a Small World again, which, don't get me wrong, I fucking love it, but there's only so much time, so many times you could go on it without getting bored shitless. And the kid wants to go see Winnie the Pooh, or the kid wants to go shake hands with Mickey Mouse, and I've already done that, and I don't want to go do it. I want to go do this, I want to go do that, and I can't do it. Or I'm in the house and I want to go and buy a game, but hey, I can't because Junior needs nappies and a dummy or some new formula. So it's just shit like that. I'm just too selfish to want a kid, and I just don't care. So no is the answer to the question. I don't want a family, as it were. I wouldn't mind married is another thing that I really don't give a shit about. Having a girlfriend and being the water in this game looks fucking gorgeous, and being like, I say water looks good now, but then if you go closer to it, it gets worse and it doesn't look as good, so I won't go that close. But the water from up here looks really nice. If you go... Wait, what? No. Oh, fuck me. Yawnasode. That's what this one's going to be called, the Yawnasode. Yeah, I like... Having a girlfriend and being, like, living together and all that stuff is probably as far as I'll go. It's not to say that I'll never get married. I just don't see the point. Getting married means, well, that doesn't necessarily mean, but marriage is a religious thing. You know, it was invented by religion, essentially. I think you'll find, TVM, that marriage dates back to... Shut up. I hate you. You're the reason why no one can have an opinion on the internet, mate, okay? Okay. But yeah, what was I saying? I was saying that, what was I saying? I don't even know. I'm going to yawn again now. Fuck me sideways. Yeah. Marriage is like a religious thing, and I'm not even remotely religious, as you know, and I just find it hypocritical that people adopt religious things like Christmas and marriage and this, that, and the other, even though, there you go, carry me, oh, you twat, that even though they're not religious, and just because they like that thing from religion, they're going to take it, and, you know, it's recognised by law and things like that. I just don't care. So probably will never get married, although if she wanted to, I wouldn't be against it, just because, you know, you got to keep your bitch happy, you know. You'll never get a girlfriend called her a bitch, mate. I know. What the fuck am I doing? I'm trying to blow up, if I'm honest. I'm not. I'm trying to land on top of that truck. So there we go. That's another week done. Next time you'll see me, I'll be tanned because France is hot this time of year. It's not. It's really not. But next time you see me, I'll be all Disneyed out and I'll be back on the YouTube grind and hopefully loving life. So if you've enjoyed this episode of the LGS, do me a favour and drop a like, smack a like on it, put a like on it, and do all that good stuff. Leave a comment on it as well, because we're going to try and... There we go, I'm glued. Drive, baby, drive. Yes. Yes, mate. Do-do-do-do, That's not the A-Team theme. And we're off. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the lift. I wanted that lift. Yeah. So, leave your comments in the comment section. We'll do another episode of this next week. I'm going to go to bed now, except I can't, but I'm really tired. I'll do another one of these next week when I'm back. And I'll see you then. So get your questions in and hope you have a good week and all that good stuff. Goodbye. For professional standard gaming keyboards, headsets, mice and other peripherals, go to elementgaming.com. The link is in the description.